Welcome back to your Thursday edition morning of the a Thursday morning edition of the Link. There you go. Words get jumbled up in my head. Tell you what, we have a opportunity for those of you who are in need of employment. If you're thinking about maybe a lateral career change, maybe you're getting your first job, maybe you're looking at moving up in the corporate world, our friends over at UOG will be hosting a job fair that is coming up on Wednesday, the 27th. So you got some time to get your resume, get your CV in order. And we want to let you know all about this. And joining us in the KUM News Zoom room right now from the University of Guam is Miss Sallie McDonald. Sallie, good morning to you. Happy Easter, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you, Jason. Hi, Sabrina.
Hi,
so wonderful
Sallie.
to see everyone in this early morning.
Yeah.
Jay, you know what? As they say, the early bird gets the worm, and certainly people who get their resumes together stand the best chance at landing a very rewarding and very fulfilling job. And that kind of is the point why we're talking to you today.
You are so right about that, Jason.
Okay, so I know I've got this the list of places here. Now, there's a lot of job fairs that are held either for specific companies or for specific industries. But this job fair that's going to be held at the Calvo Fieldhouse on the 27th from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, Sallie, this actually spans a whole bunch of industries from professional trades to hospitality and everything. So can you give us a breakdown of exactly what companies will be looking for the perfect candidate?
Well, actually, all of them, and many more are actually still joining us, getting signed up, registered for this big event. And I think we are all looking forward to bringing back our economy, building it up back to where it was pre-pandemic. And so we're really excited here at the university to offer that opportunity for all. Of course, as university students and alumni, these positions that are being offered are in the management fields. There is other positions that are entry level, and they can build themselves back to that. But so it is this job fair offers many more for all our community residents. Like Jason said, we have hospitality. And just to point out, we're really happy to have Crown Plaza also join us, who's the newest kid on the block, so to speak, in the hospitality. So thank you for that. And then coming out of Honolulu, Hawaii, we do have our newest partners, Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard and Immediate Maintenance Facility. They are looking for great talent in all areas of employment to join. When they do get employed, they're employed here on Guam. And so that's what they're really looking for. As you know, with the military buildup, there are many opportunities there. And then, of course, we have our other partners in the food industry and the banking industry. So we're really excited. And of course, geoengineering, we have a lot of engineering positions that are out there. We're so happy and so proud of our alumni. Our first cohort that graduated from the School of Engineering last fall. We had 12 of them, and to my surprise, we had an even 6 male, 6 female. I was really proud. So we are so excited to get all our alumni out there, and our students are now seniors who are going to be graduating soon. So we hope they do take this opportunity because it's once in a lifetime. We're heading back to some normalcy, and so we really would like to see everyone come on out. This is your chance to meet these folks and get some employment down.
And Sallie, as I recall, the valedictorian of last year's graduating class was also from the School of Engineering.
Absolutely. And I just spoke to him the other day because, well, funny story, but it was nice that he is settled in his career. And I did offer that, we're having a job fair in case he wants to, still explore some other opportunities. But he's happy where he's at, so I'm happy that he is.
Well, engineers do pretty well for themselves, so I've heard. Now, you can also, if you are maybe not necessarily graduating student or someone with a degree right now, this job fair is also a perfect opportunity for people looking for internships to get a leg up, before they get into the job market full time, right?
Absolutely. The university, especially enrollment management, student success, my supervisor, Dean Lawrence Camacho, he has, since we've brought him on board, he has produced so many of these initiatives to get us really right at the same standards as the mainland folks, so to speak. But yes, so one of the initiatives is to really push internships for our students and our alumni. And because we are the only higher institution of learning here in our place, in the world and in the Pacific. And so we really want to be that place to go to where they can feed into, we have the resources here. So we want to be able to bring that to our community and make sure our students are well equipped with what they need in terms of the resources to get them really at that level where they will, before they graduate, have a job offer already and they're good to go. So we are pushing all the, we started the initiative of solid memorandum of understandings with all our different partners in the community, and we're getting them all signed and excited to offer when the students come in the fall. They come to my office and they say, I'm looking for an internship. We say, well, here it is. You have this to choose from. So let's get started.
All right.
And of course, before the job fair, I also offer free workshops for our students, alumni, and even the general public. I have partners with our public service, agencies, and they are free. So we would it's my goal to get as many people in a job, in their careers, just get Guam back to where I remember it to be.
You are truly doing the Lord's work, Sallie, and thank you for your tireless efforts to get people ready. And that being the case, I wanted to maybe see if we can tap your expertise, because for people watching right now, regardless of where you are, in your career path, you may be on the cusp of graduating and looking for that first job. You may be someone that's maybe like an adult learner. You may be moving laterally, transitioning to a new career. Whatever the situation is, there's 1,000 different scenarios you could have, right? Can you give us some tips, Sallie, about resume preparation and what to really do on your resume to really stand out and make it pop? Because I think kind of the interesting irony of everybody says, oh, just Google on like perfect resume tips. The problem is everybody winds up using the same template, so everybody's resume looks the same. How can I make my resume, if I'm looking to find my dream job, how can I stand out amongst the crowd and really appeal to that hiring manager?
Well, we call it branding yourself, right? You have the first impressions with our employers definitely is that resume. And so what makes them stand out? Well, especially because pandemic has caused some of our folks to rethink about their careers and go into other fields. Their resume should really emphasize their skill sets. It's not about, oh, I worked here and this is what I did. It's more like, I worked here and here, but I accomplished these things, and this is why I stand out over someone else. And we call it a functional resume because it really pulls and it showcases all your skill sets and your talents, your ability, rather than just a chronological listing all the things that you've done in different places. But yeah, you really need to brand yourself well in order to be picked for that position or with that company, be the perfect match for them. And
now, obviously, Sallie, if I'm someone who's fresh out of school and I'm looking for that first big job, I'm ready, I'm motivated, I'm excited, I'm a proud UOG grad, ready to join the workforce and make Guam great, right? Obviously, kind of the conundrum is, how do you get a job without experience? How do you get experience without a job, right? And it's kind of like, that eternal, perplexing riddle, right? So obviously, if I'm that young, should I put my schooling up first on my resume, or do I still want to put, even if I don't have that much experience, should I put experience, skill sets, and then education? What's the best order?
Well, if you're really just quite new and you haven't had much experience, the big thing I share with all students is volunteerism. Any volunteer experience that you have, that definitely needs to be your highlight in your resume. Because if you haven't worked, how can you say you have work experience? But your volunteer work can actually highlight that more of your skill sets. And it speaks, I always tell the students, it speaks so much of your heart. Because employers like people who are people and who are passionate. and who really care. And they are really the driving force for the organization to keep their customers coming back, because you really need to be a people person. And so volunteerism speaks of the heart, and no one can really take that away from you because you're doing it for free.
That's a great pro tip. I love that. Yeah, I'm you know what, I'm gonna take that into consideration for my LinkedIn profile. I got to put like all the stuff that KUM has been fortunate to let me volunteer over the years. Okay, another thing, Sallie, is what should my manner of dress be when I show up to the job fair on the 27th, and what can I expect in terms of the line of questioning? You know, like if I line up and I go to a particular employee, like say like, you know, there's Bank of Guam, the Hilton, and Jamaican Grill, and I line up in, you know, all three over the course of like maybe an hour. What can I expect them to ask me? You know, is this a total shakedown process? And you know, obviously I'm going to be nervous. So how can I kind of control my own anxiety, my own energy, and project the very best me?
Well, in everything we do in life, right? Practice makes perfect, right? Rehearsals, and this is why I sponsor these workshops, because it prepares our students, our alumni, our general public before you go to such an important event like a job fair to meet employers who's going to make you're going to make that difference, you know, from someone else standing in front of them. You really need to be prepared, because I always share this with students, and if they're listening, they'll know, oh yeah, Ms. McDonald, fail to plan to fail. And so you got to really practice, rehearse, and so that you can execute a very well presentation when you do meet and you come to the job fair. So in terms of, and I mentioned this earlier, branding yourself, you need to really know what your brand is to be able to offer it when you meet up with any of the employers, so that you can stand out from the crowd.
Yeah. Now, and this is interesting because I'm so impressed with the wide range and the scope of all the companies that will be represented there at the job fair, right? Because again, if I line up for, say at 9 a.m., I may have a ad hoc job interview with Bank of Guam. 30 minutes after that, I may line up at Jamaican Grill. 30 minutes after that, I may line up with the Hilton and talk to three completely different managers, three different industries. So I may be saying, am I going to get a job as a loan officer, running a kitchen, or possibly running the front desk of a hotel? I have to have three completely different mindsets. So flexibility, I would think, is really, really key. So how can I stay sharp? And I also don't want to oversell myself too, because I've also heard that honesty is the number one key. And if I'm trying to do the fake it till you make it thing, hiring managers will sniff that right out.
Well, again, you should always know yourself first. You are the only person that knows yourself best. And before you even go and oversell yourself, you learn to make those adjustments. And I can't emphasize enough, Jason, the practice in front of a mirror. Just psychologically prepare yourself as well as physically when you go to dress for the occasion. And in any job interview, whatever the case may be, whatever the industry is, you should make a good impression. And that is really wearing what you should wear, because you're branding yourself. You should dress appropriately, which is professional.
Now, what is business professional like on Guam? I mean, that may have changed over the years, but does that mean I can wear like island print shirt and nice slacks like if I was going to mass, or do I have to wear like a full tie and sport coat?
Well, you know, industry standards call for that, you know, the code. You can get away with a dress shirt and a nice tie, you know, long sleeve dress shirt for men and nice slacks, but keep your colors very subtle, because any bright color, or it just depends. Like if you interview for Jamaican Grill, you know, and that's a little different. They're very lively and colorful, but you can add maybe a touch of something that's a little bit brighter than others. But again, professionally is the best way, and keeping very keeping the color scheme, you know, light and solids. You know.
Yeah, first impressions are everything. Okay, so everybody listening out there, no tank tops, no Zoris, no torn shorts and everything like that. You know, this speaks a lot about your character. Sallie, how about for the ladies out there? Now, what is business professional when it comes to our female counterparts? Should we still wear, you know, like the big padded shoulders, or do they have to wear like a full suit? Do people still even wear padded shoulders?
Some may.
Yeah.
But yeah, a nice little jacket, solid color, of course, black or dark navy blue. With women, the thing is the perfume, nothing too scenty, because someone may have an allergy, your employer may have an allergy, and it's not going to be fun. Also, your makeup should be very subtle as well. Just look almost as natural as you can, so that you can feel very confident when you're speaking, because it's naturally coming out, rather than feeling like, oh, my lashes are going to fall off while I'm, blinking my eye, or there's just too much going on the face. And also, your earrings, your accessories should also be very subtle. Again, first impressions are lasting, and so if you want to wear other flashy items, well, first land the job and then get into the environment and see what it's like to dress.
Okay, so hear that, Sabrina? No big hoop earrings, no Ariana Grande ponytail and everything. But
hey, I'm wearing solids.
No, she's
right?
hired already.
No, Sally, look at what Sabrina looks very, very professional. She looks very confident and everything like that. And I would think that would really make a strong impression, on a hiring manager if she showed up.
Absolutely. She's always in her best. I love watching you guys.
Oh, thank you. Well,
Thank
these
you.
pro tips. Can I also ask, Sally, where were you 27 years ago when I first entered the job market? Let's just rewind all the way back to
Actually,
1996.
Close enough. Bless his heart. I was working with your dad, Jason.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Of course. Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah,
That
he
means
was
so
a great
much.
man. Yeah.
Sally, I'm supposed to the one that's trying to make you cry, not the other way around on the show. Okay, Bree, can you ask the next question, because I'm having a moment here.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Did we go over like what time and where the field house, what time and all that?
Well, it is going to be at the Calville Field House in the main arena, as we've always had it. I'm so happy that we're going to do it again. And it is from 9 to 2. And we open the doors up to everyone. We don't turn anyone away. So the tip is for everyone coming, please, again, dress appropriately, come prepared with your resume and your cover letter, and just put on your best in terms of who you are. Be confident enough that you know who you are. So when they do ask for an interview, because we are going to set up a little interview room, if the employers want to go ahead and do an on-site interview, we will have a room available for them.
I was going to say, some past job interviews have had, some employers do say, okay, well, we like the following. This person interviewed very well. They seem really, really nice. We're going to bring them back for a callback. Other employers, they make an offer right there, right then.
Yes. And I believe that's what our Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard folks are going to be doing.
Wow. Is it too late for employers to sign up to participate?
No.
Asking for a friend?
Not at all. Our deadline is, I believe it's April 22nd. It's all in the invite. So they can email me at Sallie, SALLIEMCD, at triton.uog.edu.
And we've also got the registration link up here in comments and everything. So if anybody wants to register, please. And remember, sooner is better than later. Tomorrow time is a real thing, but not when you're looking for a job. It can bite you in the butt.
Yes, and we do have a small fee that employers who want to join just go online. We have the link there as well. So the sooner you can register, the nicer your price will be.
Got it. Noted. Duly noted.
Okay, Sally, and then real quick, since you were mentioning your workshops, for people that want to avail of this information now or for the future and everything, how can they register and take advantage of the expertise that you're passing on?
Okay, well, we do have our flyer out. I'm not sure if you folks already received it, but they can certainly email me and I can send them the flyer and the registration.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, we'd love to pass that information along too. So, Sally, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing this job fair, and we hope I have a whole bunch of eager, ambitious, hardworking, educated, productive members of Guam's workforce getting out there and getting Guam back on track. So let's get to work, guys.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity, Jason and Sabrina, and thank you, KUAM. You are one of our first who signed up for the internship with UOG. So we're very excited and happy to be able to serve you. So look out for our interns coming up this fall.
We want to see you guys and everything. And Sallie, thank you again for the wonderful comments. I got to go get some tissue now, so thank you.
You're most welcome. You take care, everyone, and stay safe.
Stay safe.
Right. That is once again,
UOG.
Everybody, job fair on
Biba.
Biba UOG, class of '96. Woohoo! Okay, so job fair on April the 27th, everybody. That's a Wednesday, 9 in the morning till 2 p.m. Get your business professional attire ready. You can dress like Sabrina because she looks very, very dapper. Go out there and land the job of your dreams because there are many employers who want to add you to their team. So thank you, Sallie, once again.
You're most welcome.
All right. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
You as well.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so are we going to take a break?
Yeah, well, actually, I think we should go ahead and run this interview that we did with the Department of Administration, Bernie Guinness and Audrey Taposnia. On Monday, they launched the Cycle 2 for the Home Assistance Fund program, and they also launched the new